Wow, it actually works. Hello, YouTubers and all those who happen to watch. I thought today I'd, answer a question I had about the previous video I had. This was about, this was actually done in my blog TV live before someone asked me a question about this, and I think I accidentally, overlooked it. And, yeah. It was actually quite amusing, though, because it was false advertising, too, I think. Too, with this. Let me fix my chair because it's got some cords tangled with it. There we go. Now somebody asked me that they own an old school Game Boy and they play Pokemon all the time with it. I mean the old school Game Boy, as in the big brick of a Game Boy. They asked me, hey, can this work with the original Game Boy? Because I play Pokemon, and of course this is what I mentioned in the video, was Pokemon. And, hey Sean, Xbox! Anyway, so, yeah, they asked me, does this work with Game Boy? Now, of course, though, when you read the box, it says, for use with Game Boy Color, Game Boy Pocket, and Game Boy. Right? You're reading that, right? Oops. Moved over there. It says Game Boy on the far right if you can't read it. Right there in the box it says that. So, if it's intended for the Game Boy Color and the Game Boy Pocket, then how come for the Game Boy called the original Game Boy, for this right here, then why can't I turn it on? It's like I cannot power it on. But, hold on. This gets better. So, let's move over here. Grab these. Grab myself. No, I'm just kidding. Grab these. I'll wobble my fat butt back over here. Now, you notice how those could not power on? They could not power on at all with the original Game Boy. Even though on the box where it says Game Boy Color, Game Boy Pocket, and Game Boy, you can even look this up online to read it. So, you read all that, right? You got that absorbed in. So, it does not turn on with the original Game Boy, which of course I could plug this sucker in and test it out, see if it works. But, alright, so, Game Boy Pocket. Does it work? Yeah, obviously it won't work if I did that. You notice how it's, fits this better. Flick it on. You obviously won't see it too well, but... Oh, nope, let me turn it off. Wrong side. Mega Mem. It's going to pop on with Mega Mem. It's going to be the device menu, GB, Mega Mem, version 1.0. You're going to see that. Now, that works with that, right? It powers on. One of the things with the Game Boy is that it had that slider on top with the power supply, or the power button was. So that way, people couldn't jerk out your game while you were playing it. So that was like the best thing since sliced bread for device. So now we got this, the original Game Boy Color. Wipe it down a little bit. This, by the way, also uses the same power supply as something else I have for this, but for time purposes, screw it right back. See, I gotta have this stuff on hand before I do this stuff, really. But, sort of quick thinking and all that. So, need to find the power cord. Hopefully my sanity. So, we're gonna search around for something that's probably not there. So, after all that is said and done, Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys something kind of funny I found. Forgot I had this. Can I find the power supply? No, I cannot. If that's the case, then I'll have to find the batteries I had here. Let's find those beasts. Oh, here they are. They're underneath a piece of paper. We're 5 minutes in, so... Alright, so... Luke was talking about using a used toothbrush. Yeah, this is totally a toothbrush. No, this is something I got from IKEA. My folks bought this and I borrowed it to show off the brush. It was some old video I did. Brush! So, you know, Sydney probably forgot about this already. Yeah, you get the picture with that. But alright, I'm gonna put some 2 AA batteries in here. Because I totally realized this did not have no batteries before I popped it open. I was like, well, how are you doing? Okay, so this right here is going to have no problem powering on. Mega Mem, beautiful. In full vibrant color. You hear it, it's on. So, same issue there, you know, it works, it powers on. Man, when I got my first Game Boy Color, it was the bee's knees. Special Pikachu edition. Played the crap out of the Pikachu edition. So, yeah, as you guys can know, I'm taking these batteries out though. I don't use the Game Boy Color. People go, well, then sell it to me if you're not using it. No. I'd rather not. To try to get my hands on another Game Boy Color and be just like trying to pull the nose hairs out of a freaking llama's butt. Which is impossible. So, that being said, I think there was some false advertising with this product. This cannot really work unless, of course, you soldered off the power switch. Of course, that'd be a stupid idea for this thing, since it's nearly destroyed anyway. So, with that said, hope that guys enlightened you, so you guys know, it does not work with your original Game Boy. Unless, of course, you did some modifications, but then what the hell is the point? Well, that being said, take it easy, guys.